You're listening to Puma Podcast.
For the Philippines, my top three are Palawan, Batanes, and Sulu. And for other countries, I like Iran, Spain, and Thailand.
Wow, wait, you've been to Iran?
Yes.
How
I've
did
been to
that
Iran because
happen? Yeah.
I won a contest in sa Instagram, trip to Persia. That's a misconception about Iran. So when you think of Iran, people will say, oh, terrorist yan or magulo dyan. But when you go there, it's so peaceful. I'm not saying not totally peaceful, pero they are the most hospitable people in the world.
I'm Bella Perez Rubio, Puma Podcast, and you're listening to Teka Teka News. In this episode, we listen to frequent travelers, including someone who travels for a living, share the tips they've picked up along the way.
In the Philippines, it's 82 provinces. I completed all of that. And then
Wow.
35 countries. And then more than 100 plus destinations in Southeast Asia.
That's BJ Carreon, a travel influencer.
Actually, you can research naman sa internet kung ano yung mga travel hacks. Pero I have my
Your
personal
own.
travel hacks then. Siguro, first and foremost, have a travel insurance. Especially if you're
Yeah.
going abroad. Kasi you don't know kung ano yung mangyayari sa'yo, especially after the pandemic. So, it will be a big help. You should book early talaga. Especially now. Pero not too early ha, not too early. Kasi yung mga airlines, yung mga accommodations, medyo wise na rin sila ngayon eh. So, minsan, if you book 6 months from now or a year ahead, magmumura pa yan eh. So, maghihinayang kapag nag-check mo, ay, nagmura pa. Kasi alam na nila na people will book early talaga. So, ginagawa nila, tinataasan na nila yung pricing nila a year from now and then bababaan nila pag nakita nila na walang nag-avail nito ah. So, it's safe from my experience na mag-book ka ng airlines ng 3 to 6 months before ng intended travel dates mo. And then sa accommodations also, you book early, pero mga 1 to 3 months.
Another hack that has worked for me over the years with no fail yet is I love going on booking.com and just typing in the city that I want to stay in, or like the general area. A lot of hotels will allow you to reserve without having to pay yet. And for a certain amount of time, sometimes like for a whole year, you can have that price locked in and you don't have to pay yet. And that has really helped me traveling to places in peak season because you can lock in a price and then if you change your mind, you can just cancel without any consequence as long as you're meticulous about reading the terms and making sure that you cancel before the expiry date.
I actually started my very first job 12 years ago. I was one of the first staffers of Biyahe ni Drew, the travel show hosted by Drew Arellano. And so I've always loved to travel. And I am, currently traveling back and forth between Philippines and Singapore now. So my family is in two countries.
That's Siege Tantenko, host of Puma Podcast's 5 Minutes Lang and Go Hard Girls.
So ang hack namin ng asawa ko kasi we split our time between Philippines and Singapore. Sa Philippines, kumuha kami ng card na mas marami siyang points na ma-accumulate pag ginamit mo siya abroad. At kumuha kami ng card sa Singapore na mas maraming points ang makuha mo pag ginamit mo siya outside of Singapore. Tapos nagpalit kami ng card. So lahat ng shopping na sa Philippines is counted as overseas kasi the card is based in Singapore. And lahat ng gastos niya sa Singapore ay counted as overseas because the card is based in the Philippines. So we get multipliers on our points, which we can use for miles. Also, if you can book in the same airline often, so you can collect miles. For example, Singapore Airlines and Scoot, yung kanayang budget airline, they're on the same miles program. So kahit mag-fly ka ng budget or mag-fly ka ng premium option, it's the same point. So, ginagawa namin, minsan scoot kami ng scoot and then after a while, uy, may pang ano na tayo, book na tayo sa Singapore Airlines, diba? So, that's one thing we do. The second thing is get a debit card that has patong-patong na perks. So, for example, my debit card is GoTime. It's a digital bank. I can reload it in any like Robinson's groceries, ganon. Just go to the cashier and you're like, here, take my money, put it in my debit card, and then they'll do it, right? When I use it abroad, it's what I used to tap into the MRTs in different countries. Tapos na-charge siya instead of me getting like a travel card. This works in several Asian countries. And then, dahil nakakonect siya sa Go Rewards program ko, for every tap, it's counted as a purchase and then I get points which I can then cash back. So, ang dating sa akin, para akong may cashback. So, multiple benefits. One, debit card is safer. Kumbaga, kung magkaroon man ng security issue or kung mawala ko siya, debit card lang. Pangalawa, I get this cashback promo, right? Depending on your debit card or credit card, you also have additional promos sometimes for airlines or for hotels. So, check mo lang din kasi there might be a discount waiting for you.
More travel hacks after a quick break.
Kasi I have credit cards and we all have credit cards naman. So meron siyang mga free access to lounge, airport lounge. So you have to take advantage of that, ang RCBC card, because you have unlimited access sa airport lounge dito sa NAIA.
That's travel influencer BJ Carreon again.
All you have to do is to apply for that. So kung meron kang RCBC Platinum card, you get unlimited free access to lounge, airport lounge, plus yung companion mo, libre din. So that's unlimited. Kasi ibang lounge membership, they only give you 2 free passes a year. Pero with that, you get to enjoy a lot. So you should choose your credit card talaga. And makakatipid ka rin because you don't have to eat sa expensive restaurants sa airport. Libre na yung food sa lounge. And also abroad, you can take advantage of the free lounge access din abroad. So actually excited pa nga ako na pupunta ako airport because may free lounge access ako. So may free food and maganda yung seats.
Making sure you're getting the best exchange rate is also key. Here's Siege, host of Puma Podcast's adulting series 5 Minutes Lang.
When I was in Japan, instead of going to a money changer, bringing cash, and then having it exchanged, I got a better exchange rate by going to an ATM, inserting my GoTime, and then getting a cash withdrawal. So, ang ganda nung exchange rate.
I found 7-Eleven ATMs to have the best exchange rate and the lowest fee.
Yes, actually, I'm a budget traveler talaga. So most of my time talaga, I do not shop. So I save money talaga para mag-travel. So hindi ako mag-shop, hindi ako kain sa mga expensive restaurants because I want to save money talaga for my travel. Para sa travel naman, hindi ko naman titipirin yung sarili ko sa mga expenses. So before, when I was younger, okay lang sa akin matulog sa mga hostels. Pero now, na medyo nag-earn na ng konti, so I get to spend naman a little sa mga accommodations and then napapamper ko yung sarili ko to get spas or to eat in a fancy restaurant once in a while. They say that solo traveling is dangerous, but it's very liberating. You will learn a lot. Kapag nagawa mo yun sa buhay mo, nag-solo travel ka sa abroad or somewhere in the Philippines, you can do everything. You will learn a lot talaga. And it's not that scary. Madidevelop yung interpersonal skills mo, haggling skills mo, and of course, yung ma-conquer mo yung fear mo. And yun talaga yung core ng traveling eh. Pag nakapag-solo ka na, makakaya mo na lahat.
And that was today's episode of Teka Teka News. Again, I'm Bella Perez Rubio. This episode was cut from a longer conversation I hosted on Puma Podcast's YouTube channel. Look us up and subscribe to watch the rest of our How to Adult conversations when they go live. Pidoy Blanco edited this episode. Our executive producer is Jill Caro, and our senior news editor is Veronica Uy. If you found this episode useful, share it with a friend or two, and thanks for listening.